Dwyane Wade's son, Zaire Wade, is currently playing at Zaire Canyon. He's a senior. He's a point guard, shooting guard kind of guy. Wade's mad right now. His son isn't getting much playing time or any playing time at all. And honestly, it makes sense why Zaire Wade isn't getting much play time. Now, here's the thing. I don't think Zaire Wade is a horrible basketball player. I don't think he's as good as maybe the public image says he is. I don't think necessarily we're looking at a guy who, at least right now, anything could happen as a guy who's either like a one-and-done prospect, top 5 pick, first-round NBA draft pick, one-and-done guy. We're not looking at that. But he's very capable, in my opinion, of being a guy who could start at the Division I level. Honestly, I think he would end up being a guy who maybe is a rotational player his freshman year, and then sophomore year he becomes a starter, and we see what happens from there. But I don't right now. Like, if you told me right now, and I had to put money on it, is Zaire Wade an NBA player, a player that you see in 2 years, maybe being someone who we hear his name called on draft night or in the high lottery, or we hear his name being mentioned in the first round at all, or maybe even the second round at all? My answer would be no. He has physical skills. He is decently athletic. He's a bit smaller, a bit slight. Again, this is compared to his peers. This isn't compared to like the average person. He would body like any average person, but compared to his peers, and right now we don't know what's going to happen about college. It's a bit early in the process. He hasn't made a commitment yet. He is rated as so it's not like he's just like completely off the map and he's only getting recognition because of his name. To an extent, he is getting a lot of recognition because of the name, but at the same time, he is ranked. ESPN 24/7 Sports has him at an 89.19 grade. He's ranked 198 in the composite, 138 in the general class. He's the 22nd ranked point guard, 34th by the composite. He's 23rd in his class for the state of California. So he's going to get a D1 offer. He's going to play Division I basketball. This isn't like a Julian Newman case where it's very much like he's just popular. Zaire Wade is a legitimate college prospect. He will play college basketball and play for a good college basketball team. He has offers from DePaul, Rhode Island, Toledo right now. They say that he has warm interest in DePaul. So again, he's not going to play for some low-level college. He's going to play for a decent college. DePaul is a decently known college. Rhode Island's a decently known college, especially up in the New England area. Toledo as well. These aren't bad programs. It may not be Duke, it may not be Kentucky, it may not be, your blue bloods, but it's still a pretty decent college, and I think he could make an impact as early as a freshman at, again, a school like DePaul or Rhode Island or Toledo. So, again, it's not like he's a scrub. But the reason he's not getting playtime is simple. There are just a lot of good players in Zaire Canyon. Of course, you have Amari Bailey. He's a top 5 player in the 2020 class. You have BJ Boston and Zaire Williams, who ESPN currently has as the top 2 small forwards in the 2020 class. Both of them are big-time college recruits. BJ Boston's going to go play at Kentucky and try to be the next one-and-done prospect there. Zaire Williams, I don't think he's made his commitment yet, but we will see where he ends up committing. And again, that doesn't leave a lot of room for Zaire Wade. Now, there are a lot of high school teams in the country I think that Zaire Wade would start on. He just happens to play for a really stacked team, and that's why he's not getting, the minutes you would expect for someone who is as popular as him. I'm reading the scouting profile. They describe him as an athletic combo guard with good size. He does. 6'3", 170. For someone that age, that's not bad by any means. He has time to grow into his body. He is still physically immature. And, he isn't his dad when it comes to athleticism. Then again, not a lot of people are Dwyane Wade when it comes to athleticism, but he can be an explosive athlete at times. does need that strength. Like I said, he's 170. Probably want to get up to that 185, 190 range. I think he does struggle with the camera a little bit. He tries to make flashy plays sometimes. I have watched him play. And, again, some people wonder why he's coming off the bench. Again, listen, he's not going to start over Amari Bailey. Amari Bailey is a beast. One of my favorite players for the 2022 class. He already has an offer to UCLA. Again, top 5 in his class, number 1 for his 2022 class in the state of California. So he's basically the best sophomore in California right now. So you're not going to start over the best player, the best sophomore in California. And again, you look at Zaire Wade, Zaire Williams and BJ Boston, and you see that maybe he isn't what we thought. And again, it doesn't take away from the fact that I think he's a good player. He will play Division I basketball. But I don't think, he very much is more of a popular icon than we see him as a potential NBA prospect. And again, that doesn't take away from him as a basketball player. That just goes more to show how popular he is because of his dad's success. But listen, ESPN, 24/7 Sports, they don't care who your dad is. They don't care if you're Michael Jordan's son, LeBron James' son, Dwyane Wade's son. They don't care who you're related to. They'll rate they rate their players properly, is what I'm trying to say. And with Zaire Wade, I think he's rated properly. 198th in the country, 89.19 grade by 24/7 Sports. He's a 3-star recruit. So again, I think he's fairly rated. Again, I hope he proves me wrong. I never hope for the downfall of an athlete. I only hope for the downfall of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade and Bakugan characters. That's besides the point. Again, I hope the best for him. It's looking like DePaul is going to be where he ends up. But again, he will be playing. I think he might play college basketball. Not might. He probably will play college basketball. And maybe he redshirts. But I can honestly, if he goes to a school like DePaul or Rhode Island or Toledo, I could see him, being a rotation player year one and maybe growing into a good college starter. And maybe once we see improvement in college, maybe over the course of his freshman and sophomore, probably junior and senior year as well, then maybe we can talk about him as an NBA prospect. But right now, again, I don't see it. I personally just don't see it as a prospect. But again, I don't think he's bad. He's a good basketball player. More skilled than a lot of people in the country. And that's just talking about, high school kids. I'm talking about in general. A lot of people he could take one-on-one and beat them. But, there are also a lot of players that are better than him in his class. But, this is something I just thought about. With Dwyane Wade being mad that his son isn't getting as much playing time. Again, when you play on such a stacked team, minutes are going to be hard to come by. And they're not going to start you just because you're Dwyane Wade's son over a 5-star recruit like Amari Bailey. And, guys like Zaire Williams, BJ Boston. But, that's all I got to say. Again, I don't hate him. I actually like Zaire Wade. He seems like a pretty chill guy. Chill dude. Someone that, I think, personally, I think he's handled, being this popular. And I think he's handled, the popularity well, handled the media coverage well. I think he's handled all of that well. And, I haven't heard any stories about him pouting about playing time. They may exist, but, they're being kept under wraps at least. And, I hope the best for him. I hope maybe we get to see him in college next year. But with that being said, what are your thoughts? Where's Zaire Williams' ceiling? What do you think he's going to be? Where will he end up next year? And with that being said, have a nice day. If you made it to this point in the video, thank you so much. It means so much to me, guys. You guys don't understand. But again, thank you. Like and subscribe if you're new. Feel free to leave feedback in the comments section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video.